is Bethany Layton. I am from Centerville, Utah, located in Davis County, which is a suburb of Salt Lake City and about 15 minutes north of downtown Salt Lake. Our population is between 15 and 16,000 people. The one thing I like about where I live is that it has a small town feel, but it is in a metropolitan area of Salt Lake. The ethnicity of my area is approximately 90% white, so it is not a real diverse area. Religious involvement is important to the majority of our population, with 85% being religious, of which 77% being LDS. The median income is approximately $80,000. My progenitors helped establish areas here in Davis County, and my family has lived in Centerville for over 80 years. My parents both grew up in my same neighborhood and are each one of 9 children. Between both of my parents' families, I have over 80 cousins, and most of them live here locally. Needless to say, my family plays an important part in my life and has helped me to become very grounded. Education has played an important part in my life. I attended the local public elementary school, junior high, and high school. I attended Viewmont High School, which is located in Bountiful, and it is a 5A school. My graduating class was over 600 people, so quite large as far as high schools go and very competitive. Viewmont is a high-performing school. It is ranked in the top 10 in Utah and has a 96% graduation rate. It has many honors and AP programs, of which there is an 84% participant passing rate. Within the district and state, it is ranked high in math and English proficiency. Living in an area that is predominantly white, you might be able to guess the racial composition of my high school. It being the same as Centerville, approximately 90% white. 15% of our student body were economically disadvantaged and either had free or reduced priced lunch. I was lucky to grow up in an area where education is a priority to most families. My family has always stressed the importance of gaining an education and doing the best that we can so certain opportunities, including scholarships, will be available for us. Both of my parents and all of my older siblings have graduated with at least a bachelor's degree, and some even a master's or doctorate. It has always been a goal of mine to graduate from college. My high school educational opportunities were only inhibited by my ambition and desire. This didn't only apply to me, but to everyone at my school. From my viewpoint, every student who attended my school had an opportunity to excel, graduate, and further their education after high school. I feel most of the teachers in my high school want to live and work in this area. This impacts how they teach and what kind of education the students gain and experience. Most teachers are teaching because they enjoy it and want the best for their students. I had many teachers who have impacted me, my desire to learn, and my occupational desires. My teacher that I probably remember most in elementary school was my 6th grade teacher, Mr. Tatum. He is a black man from Alabama who had a class full of 30 white students. This was the first time I really interacted with someone of a different race. I loved how you could tell that he cared for all of his students. He was very kind to everyone and made us all feel comfortable in his class. I remember doing many fun activities to go along with our lessons. He was the last teacher that I had before going to junior high. He really helped me to gain more confidence in myself and my abilities, which helped me a lot throughout the rest of my schooling. Another teacher that really influenced me was my senior year math teacher, Mr. Jenkins. He was one person who impacted me to major in mathematics education. I love how he cared for each of his students. He always tried to make sure that everyone understood the lesson. Every day he would encourage us to ask questions that we didn't understand. I loved how his teaching style was very interactive with the students and made everyone involved in his lessons. He was very approachable and treated every question as important. One thing I noticed was that he rarely directly answered a student's question, but rather he would help them think through their problem and figure out the answer themselves. I feel like this is what made him a great teacher and one that I want to emulate. So then the question comes, how am I going to promote equitable learning experiences for all of my students? I had many teachers throughout my 18 years of schooling that had an influence on me and many students, and also some who did not. There are many things they did that I want to reciprocate in my classes. I want to show that I care for each of my students and their education. I want my classroom to be a safe place where students feel comfortable to ask questions when they do not understand. I liked it when teachers' classes were student-based and where students were able to give their input on certain decisions. I want my class to operate in a similar manner and make the students feel like their opinion is important. I want to stress that everyone is smart and can do well in my class if they put forth enough effort. Some people will have to put more effort in than others, but I really want to stress that everyone can do it no matter their background or what others may think about them. I want to stress that hard work makes you stronger. Some lessons come easy to some students and not to others. This does not mean the students that struggle a little bit more are not smart or cannot do it. It just means that they might need to put in more effort and time than the other students. Not every student learns in the same way. I want to be diverse in the way that I teach so I can reach out and communicate the curriculum to each